Okay, so let's just start off with something in Dorian. Now, why aren't we going to do Ionian? Because we've done it like a million times, right? That's just major. That's just a fancy word for major. So let's do something in Dorian. Now, I've set up a session here with a couple things. We know Dorian is Dorian is related to a minor scale. So it's going to be a little bit darker. So I've set up some sounds that hopefully will give us a little bit darker sound. So I threw this little drum loop in here, just kind of a smoky jazz kind of thing. It's cool. I just grabbed a loop because, this class isn't about making beats. Although I do have another class specifically about making beats. I found two other little loops that mix in pretty well with it that I just threw over here. We'll use them if it comes up. I really don't know what I'm going to do here, so we'll just see. I grabbed three synths. This one is to get us a little melodic thing. Just to get us something really spooky. That might be a little too much, but we'll see what happens. This one, something really simple and melodic, and this one, just to get us some more melodic stuff. I don't have a great chord instrument here, but that's okay. Okay, so let's actually start right here. Let's make a little loop here. So I'm just going to go to insert a MIDI clip. And then let's put something in here. So we're in a Dorian key. So we want to use Dorian. So what key should we use? We can use any key. Let's just keep it simple. And let's do D Dorian because we know D Dorian. So by the same logic, I'm going to go to D. And instead of figuring out all the minor scale, I'm just going to step down one whole step. Say, C. So all the notes I need are the notes of C major, which is not that. Zoom in a little bit here. So these are my notes. I don't need to write out the scale, but I guess I will. And it goes up to D. So there's my D Dorian scale. So let's start off. Let's look at what we got here. Let's start off with just like a little melody. So I'm going to take a D, stretch it out fairly long. Now you want to use tones here that are going to that are really going to show the Dorian-ness of it. So I really want it to feel like D. So I'm going to use kind of a lot of D. Maybe a good bit of A because it's the fifth. That always kind of makes it feel like D. And then maybe some other stuff here. Let's just do that. So let's just have this be my riff. Okay, let's check it out. Okay. I actually like those notes, but I don't like that synth. It's just a little too wild. Let's turn down. Let's turn a bunch of stuff off. Liking that. It's that frequency shifter that was getting me. Okay, that's kind of cool. I like that. Let's pull our drums down just a hair. Okay, and then let's set that up to go on for a while. Okay, so here's what we've got. Okay, that's cool. Now let's add some kind of melodic idea. Let's go to right here, just so I've got another 4 bars. And let's see what my synth is here I loaded up. Oh yeah, okay. So with this, what I was thinking of was doing some kind of arpeggio. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna copy this bass line and put it right here. And now I'm gonna build an arpeggio. I'm gonna build some chords. So let's just build chords out of all of these notes using the Dorian mode. So I'm just gonna go up third, root third, fifth for all of these. I'm not even gonna pay attention really to what chords they are at the moment. I'm just gonna build triads, sticking in the key. Okay. There we go. Let's solo this and hear it. It's not going to be terribly interesting, but I have some ideas that are going to make this more interesting, I think. Okay. Cool. So let's do this. First of all, let's go up an octave. So I'm just going to shift up arrow. There we go. Okay, now let's use our inversions. Remember we learned about inversions earlier. I'm just going to shift some notes by an octave. So I'm going to take these 2 notes, put them up an octave, that one up an octave, these 2 up an octave, this 1 down an octave. I'm just trying to get them in kind of a similar area here. So now you can see it's all very compressed, but it's all the same notes. Let's hear that. Okay, nothing crazy. That would actually be a fairly decent chord progression, but what I really wanted to try is throwing an arpeggiator on it. So MIDI effects, arpeggiator. Now remember, an arpeggiator is going to basically just do it, but it's going to play 1 note at a time. Let's see what it does just right out of the box. Okay, that's okay. This style up is what's making it go up all the time. Let's set that to just random. Let's do random other. Okay, not bad. A little bit of delay. A little bit of reverb. Okay, and then let's pull it down in the mix. And we might have something here. Let's just see how that blends with our bass line. It's kind of interesting. It's okay. I'm willing to roll with that. So this chord progression is cool, but it's not cool enough. The reason is it's not really very Dorian to me. The reason it's not is because it's not really taking advantage of that changed note in Dorian, which is that 6th scale degree. So the 6th scale degree, if D is our tonic, a 6 above it is going to be a B. If we count up 6, it's going to be a B. And look at that. I don't have any B's in here. So in order to get that real Dorian flavor, we need to use some B's. So let's see what we can do here. So in order to get some B's in here, it's hard to do with this chord progression, but I'm going to cheat one in. I'm going to kind of sneak one in right here. Because we're on a C. I'm just going to lower that to a B. That kind of screws up that chord, but that's okay. We'll call it a non-chord tone, right? That's okay. But where we're really going to take advantage of getting some of those B's is in our melody. It's not a great melodic instrument, but let's see what we can do with it. Let's take our chord progression and put it there. So now we're on this melodic instrument. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to kind of thin this out so that I can just make a melody with it. So let's go, I'm just going to kind of randomly write a melody. And I really want to get some B in it. So there's a B. Let's get rid of that note. There's another B way up high. And let's do that. Let's see how that goes. So if we look down here, let's slide this over. I might have to change this instrument, but let's just see what happens. It's kind of interesting. I kind of liked it. See, there are some of those notes in there, those B's, that sound quite out of key. They sound a little off, right? And that's the Dorian stuff. So let's let that rock out for a second, and then I'm just gonna eyeball a musical decision here just to spruce this up. Let's put some big kicks in there, right there. I actually kind of liked that melody, that sound for the melody. Okay, here we go. Let's hear this whole thing as is for now. Maybe we'll work on this more later.